What is up, guys? I'm back with my newest PSA returns, and it's a crazy one. So, a little backstory on this submission. I had collected cards, just raw cards, I think, for the past year, and I hadn't made any submissions prior to the PSA price hike. And when I got word that the price hike was coming, I figured, hey, I should submit all these cards now because some of these cards are real bangers, and I didn't want to get upcharged and pay the extra $75 since I was intending to submit these through the express service level. So I managed to get the $75 express fee per card, and it was, I think, 3/12. So March 12th was when PSA entered the order, and as you guys can tell, it's been a little over 3 months for my cards to come back. So not happy with the turnaround time, but the grades more than made up for it. And another point of note, I wanted to check the grades online. I'm not one to wait for the PSA submission to come back and see the grades in real time. But what had happened was right before the grades popped, I got an upcharge email for 2 of my cards. And I was kind of not expecting any upcharges. I had kind of low expectations for this submission, but there were 2 cards that I got upcharged for. And you know, when they send that upcharge email, you end up getting a PDF of all the cards and their grades. So I was forced to see the grades, but I was very, very pleased. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first card is a Messi Ronaldo matchups PSA 9. I submitted 3 of these, and to be honest with you, I was hoping maybe 2 out of 3 would get 9s. I knew I had no shot at 10s. If you guys know, this is a very, very hard card to get a 10. Not only the centering, but the back. There always seems to be at least one corner with chipping. But I got a 9 on the first one, a 9 on the second, and a 9 on the third. So very, very pleased and very grateful to start the submission with 3 9s. The next card is the Elite version. So this is a silver matchups. And this one too, I was least confident with the silver matchups card. Compared to the 3 bases. I thought one of them had a really, really bad corner, but I was super, super stoked to see that this got a 9 as well, so incredible. The next card is a Beckenbauer 1966 Bergman, and I just love the eye appeal of this card. That's the only reason I bought it. I know it's a second-year card. I know there's others in the set. There's one with him holding a ball, but I just love the sky blue background, and to get a PSA 8 is, you know, incredible. I'm very, very happy. We follow up with more vintage. So this is a 1966 Verlag Pelé, and I thought this had great eye appeal as well. If you look at this card, the back has a bit of glue stains, and I knew I wasn't going to get anything beyond a 2. So to get a PSA 2, I'm totally cool with it. Thinking of PCing, this one. And to be honest, all these cards actually, this submission in particular, I only submitted cards that I intend to PC. I'm not trying to flip any of these. I know I do have 3 Messi Ronaldo matchups, so maybe down the line, I'll sell 1 or 2. But, for all intents and purposes, I'm trying to... for this submission, I only submitted cards that I really want to hold on to for a long, long time. We follow that up with a modern card. This is Lee's Base Sapphire. I got a 9, a little bit disappointed. There were print lines running, very faint print lines running from top to bottom. If you saw my last PSA submission, you'll see that I submitted a Lee green sapphire out of 75, or is it out of 99? But that got a 10, and I was not expecting a 10. This I was kind of expecting a 10, and I got a 9. But go figure. Finally, we get into the Ronaldos. This one is a 2006 World Cup Ronaldo, famous card, as you all know, first World Cup And it just looks really, really beautiful in the PSA slab, in my opinion. There's very few cards I can think of that just look aesthetically pleasing in the PSA slab. It's got to be, I think, the red trim that goes along with the Portugal red. And I was expecting, 8, 9. This one got an 8, but the next one got a 9. So super thrilled to get 1918. This next one is a Upper Deck Ronaldo, number 15. And it's him in the black kit, which is supposed to be a little bit more rare than the red and the beige. This one, I was expecting an 8, hopefully, an 8. I did see a couple corner issues, so super, super happy to get an 8. We'll follow that up with Upper Deck Ronaldo in the red kit. This got a 9, and again, I was expecting an 8, so this was a very, very pleasant surprise to get a 9. And just a beautiful card. One of my favorite cards ever in the soccer card collecting hobby. We follow that up with a 2010 Messi Panini World Cup card. As you can see, it's just an amazing looking card. I bought this one purely off of eye appeal. I just love the metallic finish. It's a beautiful card. I bought this so long ago, and just to see it slabbed up and get a 9, I'm super happy. I was aware of a slight defect on the card. It looked like there was a tiny scratch, but only on a certain light. And since this is a metallic card, I think PSA, if they caught it, were a bit lenient and understanding that, hey, it's a metallic card. It's not supposed to have a smooth surface like your standard wax. Now, this next card is one of the upcharges. So we got a Ronaldo 10. I was not expecting a 10. I thought the cut wasn't as nice as the Messi. The Messi had very straight cut, all 4 edges. But this one, I thought the top was a little lacking. And I was expecting actually an 8 on this one. So to get a 10 was, beyond me. And I was very shocked to see I got a 10 and get that upcharge notification for this card. But again, just like the Messi, beautiful card. Definitely going to PC it. It doesn't bother me that I got the upcharge for this one. Following it up with my favorite player, Son. It's a silver 2018 Panini Prism World Cup. It's a beautiful card. It's it brings back a lot of memories because he scored the second goal against Germany, and he plays with his heart on his sleeve, and he's always a player that I try to strive to be like in my life, just his principles and the way he conducts himself. I think he's just an incredible human being and player. We follow that up with a PSA 10 Merlin Gerrard rookie. This one I had no expectation whatsoever. I didn't think the centering was perfect. So to get a 10 on this, and when I was going through that PDF list, the upcharge email, I saw a 10 next to the Gerrard, and I was thinking, there's no way that this got a 10. This must be a mistake, but I got the order back. I have it in front of me, and it's a 10, and it's left me speechless pretty much. There's a pop, I believe 4 on this, and there's only about 10 or so graded. Correct me if I'm wrong, but to have a 10 of a Steven Gerrard rookie is beyond me. It's from 1998, so you guys know how long these have had to survive to make grading and to get slabbed up. So crazy result on the Gerrard. Next, we have a 1995 Mundi Chromo Ronaldo, and this one is probably the most stoked card the most stoked I was about receiving, and it's because I love R9, but beyond that, it got a PSA 7. So if you check the pop reports, there's actually only 1 graded higher. And backstory about this card, it's from the Copa America. I love this card because it's Ronaldo, and you could still see his braces, and to get a 7 is unbelievable. I was expecting a lot less, actually. I thought there were some edge issues, some corner issues, but I somehow got a 7, and there's no comps on eBay, so I'm not really sure where to put it, but, you know, I've seen PSA 4s go for a couple thousand, so I could only imagine, you know, the value of this card is somewhat significant. Following that up with another R9 early card, some people call rookie. I love this card just because he's playing with a moon instead of a soccer ball. So I just love that little detail, and you got the stars behind him. And this one also got a PSA 9. I knew it had impeccable centering compared to some of the other raw cards I've seen online. And I knew it had a good chance at a 9. It wasn't perfect, so I wasn't expecting a 10. But this card actually, there are no 10s. So this is actually the highest grade of this Ronaldo card. So super, super happy. You know, this is the best I could have expected for this card. We follow that up with a David Beckham Sky Sports Merlin foil. It's an early card. It's a very, very rare card. If you check the pop reports, it's less than 30, I believe. So I was very happy to, you know, get an 8. I think there's 110. So to get an 8, I do remember seeing like a weak corner on one of these. So to get back an 8, I'm super thrilled. And then to close this off, I have one 2018 Panini Father's Day Mbappe number 2, $3.99. I got an 8 on this one. I was expecting a 9 and possibly a 10 on one of these, so I was a little disappointed with the 8. And I'll say, out of this entire submission, this is probably the one card that I was disappointed with, or I can't really, I don't agree with the grade. So I'm considering cracking this, resubmitting, but to end it, we have a PSA 9, and I'm totally stoked about the 9. So as you can see, guys, it's a unbelievable submission. There's only one card that I was a little disappointed with. Everything else, it hit my expectation or beyond. And we had so many surprises in this submission. The Merlin Gerrard PSA 10, the Ronaldo 59 Copa America, the Ronaldo 2010 World Cup PSA 10. There were just so many incredible surprises, and the value of this submission, I think, is at least double what I had, you know, calculated in my mind. So super, super stoked. But yeah, what do you guys think of the submission? Tell me your thoughts, your comments. Did they overgrade, and were they generous on some of these, or did they undergrade some of these, even though I think I did the best I could? Let me know in the comments, and thank you guys for stopping by.